Thank you. We can.
I heard this story on Mr. Ballin, not McBallin, on his channel. There was a story about a guy. This guy in Asia, um, his wife was sick. I don't know if I can remember all the details, and I can't remember the the name of the story. But basically, he was a guy. His wife was sick. She was at the house. He was coming home. He had like a cart, some sort of cart that either he pulled the cart. Imagine like a small vehicle with a little trailer that like one of those go-kart carts of some sort. And he was driving around, and he was going to go try to get a ride for his wife because his wife was sick and she was really sick. She needed to go to the hospital. And see, it doesn't make sense, the part of the story. Here's the thing of the story: guy's wife dies, but he was coming home. There was a ghost of another lady, a dead lady, that was riding on the back of his cart. He was talking to people in the town. The two people could see the ghost and thought it was another lady and were mad at him. They didn't know why he was frolicking around with this lady when he was a married man. They were being a real dick to him, but he didn't check them on that. He didn't know why. Now his wife died, but this lady that was a ghost that was riding the back of his cart did actually die and then somehow walked into his wife because his wife's spirit left. She died, but this other lady's spirit, and she was an engineer and quite um, not famous, but she was well known in the field, and she had some relatives that she could say, "Hey, this is I'm this person, not his wife." Although she did stay being his wife, I think. Those are the parts of the details that I would like to iron out. But the fact that it's so common over there, the belief of ancestors and the belief in ghosts, that it has such a role in their life that people could see a ghost riding on the back of the car. The guy missed it. He didn't see it. Maybe he didn't look. But the other people noticed it, and his wife died and left. But the body survived, and this walk-in ghost of a lady who was an engineer and quite accomplished in her trade. So it was just a weird story. And then a minute ago, I listened to one where a guy was on a bus. Now he was riding on the bus, and they say the date. And the date's my birthday. Now they're in Thailand, where um, they say on September the 4th, the ghost gate opens, and that's when the hungry ghosts can come out and journey on the world. They make spirit money they burn to different people, and the ghosts can use the money when it's burned and sacrificed, and you can give them food, and they can eat with their family or anybody that's left to remember them. Because hungry ghost is kind of like one of the realms. You're hungry ghost. You're hungry. You want stuff. You can't get it. You don't have a body. So there's a special holiday on that day, but you have to be where you need to be. The ghost gate is opened on the 4th, on my birthday, I find. is when the ghost gate opens and the hell gate opens out. So the ghosts are free to go out. And this guy was riding on a bus, a 6 hour bus ride. And he happened to be the only person on the bus, which was weird. But he started hearing whispers and knocking sounds like people were crawling over the seats and freaked out. And he took a picture with this camera, and it's got a ghost arm like coming through the freaking top of the bus, like an arm grabbing at him. And he's got the arm on the picture. When he gets off the bus, he shows it to the bus driver, and the bus driver didn't want to show anybody. But he put it on Facebook because they believe that it's bad luck. Like, you know, the ghosts are trying to get you. And if they do, you're going to have bad luck. So to dispel that, you share the story to, you know, dissipate the negativity. Well, in a week, the bus driver plowed through like 6 people and killed them. It was all covered in blood. But he showed the guy this of the week before. You know, they didn't make a connection to why that was significant. That it was that bus driver that none of that was made. No point was made of any of that, which I thought was odd. But later on, he plowed through people, but he didn't want anybody to see the picture because he thought that he would lose business on his bus because it was an independent bus. He owned the bus. He did the route, and that was his livelihood. So he didn't want anybody freaked out about his bus. I'm sure my Shungite is still on there. Shungite is for life. And cultures that have an awareness of their ancestors and do some sort of ancestor worship practice normally have way more interactions. And the case with the lady that walked in is a known case. Like it was known to be a fact that this was now that other lady who had died. Like she was able to live out her life in another body. And that's unheard of in our culture. But over there it was accepted. Not only was it not weird, it was accepted, and it happened. Now I don't know if they stayed married though. I mean, I'd like to think that, but I don't. I mean, this was just a poor guy, and the lady was, you know, a more well-to-do. So I don't know if that would work out, as it were. You know, kind of weird. But you know, you ain't taking my wife's body and leaving me. I guess you could feel that way too. I don't know. It didn't get into any of that, but I thought it was so weird. And then to find out this other story has my birthday on the day the ghost gate is open, I think is weird. But I mean, what do you think? What else is going on? Other than that, today's a nice day. We're getting a lot of rain and showers. I thought this was just a real interesting thing that I would want to share. So I did. I like ghost stories a lot. I like finding out about different stuff. I love cryptids. I love hearing when monsters. I love finding out about things that shouldn't exist when they do. Bigfoot, I know you're out there. I know you're listening. You're probably watching this right now. Don't worry. I love you too, Bigfoot. I know you came from Maldek. You blew up your planet. You had to come and take some weird ape form because of your backwards ass ways. We don't forget. We found out. Another guy was trying to say that the channeling of the raw material, where they talk about Tesla, and Tesla was an alien. He was trying to make it all weird. Like his facts on the raw material were all fucked up. like as if it was a demon trying to say Nikola Tesla was a demon because Ra was saying he was a demonic other entity born to forward the technology, father of the 20th century technology. But I think that was pretty bullshit, what he said, and I'm not going with it. Anyway, hope you like this. This was just an interesting tale about ghosts and other cultures.